Culture Discourse Podcast. We're still here. We made it into 2019, safe and sound.
Safe and sound, man.
New Year's wasn't too wild.
No, man. It was
I
crazy.
feel
like it was
more
mild.
mild one in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Definitely was more mild.
Mm-hmm. It was fun, though.
We were in downtown Atlanta, Hotlanta.
Shout out.
Hanging out with the East Atlanta Santa.
What's up?
But, yeah, back at it. Some people do seasons with the podcast and stuff, but, like, I don't know. It's weird to season 2 or whatever.
Yeah,
we back.
Yeah, 2019. We're here, bro.
We never started off with the season, so it's a whole long continuous thing.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
take breaks here and there.
Right.
But we back.
Exactly.
Bro, I hate GNC. God.
Yeah, we gotta just set aside some time. Like, this got to be a segment because I think this is your.
It's gonna be a segment right now because even
this is the second. I feel like this is the second or third GNC story, and they've all been like certified bangers, bro. So you're creating an expectation. I feel like.
This is what happened. I went to the gym today after work. Went to the gym, got done with the gym, and I usually after I'm done with the gym, I take some protein shake just because I don't always eat afterwards. So I just do protein shake to get something back in my system after that, especially with my high metabolism. Because I'm always mad hungry afterwards. So something just to hold me off till I eat dinner. So I took my protein shake, and I was planning to stop at GNC anyway before I got here. Took my protein shake, and I was feeling extra hungry. And so I was like, screw it. I'm going to stop at Wendy's. And I'm going to just get a small burger. I'm going to just get one burger to, hold me off. One burger turns into me getting the 4 for $4.
you got. Hi, welcome to Wendy's. How can I take your order? And the whole plan just went out the window.
I pulled up and I was like, well, I could get this $2 burger, or I could spend $2 more and just get the 4 for $4.
No.
So I'm pretty pissed off I did that.
The Wendy's.
The best part was.
That was today? That was this.
Yes, this was just now. Bro, I'm so upset on myself. Got Wendy's. Pulled up to GNC, sat in the parking lot in my car, ate my Wendy's, came out, tossed my bag, went in GNC. I felt like such a fraud. God, man. It was just... And that's like one of the main reasons I work out and stuff. And it helps with my high metabolism. I could eat whatever. But still, it just made me mad. Especially because I've spent a lot of money these past few weeks and stuff. From like... Basically, when we went on the cruise, no, not even that, just Christmas in general, time, everything. The cruise, Atlanta, and then I was in Nashville this past weekend, spent a good amount of money there. So I've been trying to, like, all right, I need to cut back and stuff. And it's only $4, but it still made me mad, like, come on.
It's the little things, man.
And so sat there in the parking lot. I felt so ashamed just sitting there eating that burger and fries, about to walk into a GNC. She didn't know I had Wendy's or whatever, but I felt like she was judging me. It was like, oh.
I saw you munching on something in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm. You really about that life, aren't you, huh?
Dang.
You fraud. But if you don't already know, my beef with Wendy's, or not Wendy's. God, see, it got me all messed up. My beef with GNC is, there's hardly anyone in the store when you go in there. So as soon as you go in there, they're going to talk to you. And they're trying to get you to buy whatever.
Anything
GNC
and
product.
everything.
And so I've been to GNC enough times where I know this is the case. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to go in. I know what I want. I'm going to get it. Check out. Leave. Boom. Nope. Go in. Lady's like, hey, how's it going? Whatever. Can I help you find everything? No, I'm good. Okay, cool. So I should have just gotten what I needed. Checked out, I'd have been good. But no, I decided to look around, saw some things that caught my eye, and so I was reading this bottle. It was like for creatine or whatever. It was kind of in the clearance area. So I was just kind of reading the label and stuff. And she came by again. I was like, oh, do you need help or anything? No. And I was like, no, I'm good, but thank you, appreciate it. And then kind of went back to looking, and I didn't even ask for it. But she just goes, you actually would like this product way better for you. It has a little creatine and like it'll help you a little more and stuff like that. And the product you're looking at right now doesn't have enough calories, so it's really kind of pointless. And I was like, damn it. Like, now you got like, now I can no longer go ahead and purchase what I was about to purchase because it's like
I'd feel like an idiot.
Yeah,
like if this is an inferior product.
Yeah, and so at that point she knew she got my attention, so she hit her sales pitch on me, told me all about it and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And inside my head I was like, damn it, came here, was gonna get this product. Now you tell me to get this other product that's $20 more than what I usually get.
But it's worth it.
And my thing I always feel bad about is they take all this time to explain everything, and then I end up asking questions. So I'm like, oh, what's the difference between isolate and casein and like all these different like protein shakes and stuff. So she's giving me all these lessons and stuff to tell me all these things, and so I feel bad because like I want to waste your time.
After
and
all
then
that,
be like, yeah, you know,
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep getting my thing. And so sat there, kept going back and forth. Finally, she came back again, kept telling me more stuff, and it was just like, you know, you could take it in the morning, take it, and it's like, especially with you, I'm assuming you have high metabolism, so you need something like, especially overnight and all this. And I was just like, I mean, you ain't telling no lies yet, so I can't really be mad at you.
Right. Doing her job well.
Long story short, I walked out of there buying a big ass bottle, whatever thing of protein that I wasn't planning to buy. Spent more money than I was planning to spend. GNC, I hate you guys. Like, that has got to be the most ultimate test of like just patience. Not even patience, just like I'm not gonna cave in, because as of now I'm like 1 for 7. Maybe all time. On the GNC.
Resisting GNC
yes,
upsell.
It makes me so mad.
Well, I feel like it's such a specific like clientele.
Yeah.
Where even for the people who normally use it, like it's like you were saying, like the way that like the sales pitch is set up for questions to be asked. Yeah. And once you get invested in the conversation,
you just got to keep
like,
going.
How many times are you going to say after like 3 minutes, like 2-3 whole minutes of conversation, is somebody going to say, yeah, I'm good, thanks though, I appreciate it.
Like I feel like I'd feel like a dick if I did that.
Yeah, right.
It's like no, asked all this question, made you spend all this time doing this, and because I've done it before in the past. And like they give you the death stare and stuff. Right. And part of the problem also, the issue is like GNC, 80% of the stuff in their store is GNC products, and then they also carry some other non-GNC products. Yeah. So the protein shake I've been getting in the past is not, and so they will like talk down. They have these products in their store, but they will talk the hell out of like. Yeah, I mean, you can't. And it's the passive aggressive way. I mean, you can get that if you like don't want to see any results or anything. But you know, that's just me personally. I mean, I wouldn't get that.
If you want to mix some sawdust in your drink,
if you still want to be a skinny little some gun over there, sure. Yeah, you don't want to see no results.
That's
okay.
A perfect product. For you.
Just go keep wasting your money. You know, it's okay, cool. It's like, that's wild. All right, man, whatever, dude. Fine, I'll get this product.
Thanks.
So, yeah, pretty pissed off about that.
Thanks, GNC.
Thanks for nothing, GNC. And doesn't matter because probably the same thing's gonna happen in a month or two again. Because
to go back.
Yeah, the nice thing is with the stupid rewards program they made me sign up for, which was the story last time.
Yep. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. The nice thing is I like accumulated enough points where I saved like $10 off of this. So it was like, all right, at least not spending.
Making up some ground.
Yeah. Like cutting some of my losses. But still, God, GNC, I hate you because you're good at your job. You all are good at your job.
Man. So we blame this on GNC, we blame this on Wendy's.
Man, I'm mad at myself at the Wendy's. The Wendy's, it was
because
I was first gonna go to McDonald's, and as I passed it, the drive-through was super long. So I was like, there's a Wendy's long, but I'll stop at Wendy's. And then, if I would have gone to McDonald's, I would have gotten one burger.
Right.
When Wendy's, nope, got to get the 444.
You know where you should have stopped? The White House.
Oh, God.
Man,
Boy.
they had a 20 for 20
They had...
at the White House.
They had 100 for 50.
100 for
100 for 50. They got... My man, Trump got to have... Like, when you go to those restaurants that get, like, after every 10 visits, you get a burger for free or something. He got to have one of them cards
I feel like,
for each restaurant. Or like,
I feel like he
got a membership card or something.
My man racked down some major points.
Yeah, he gained ground.
Oh, my gosh.
And so when he called in, it's like, this is more than your normal, usual order. Not by that many, but still.
The funniest part about, well, I wouldn't say the funniest, but there's so many different hilarious things about this in the sense of, like, more likely than not, the reason why this happened is because the White House cooks are chefs are probably government employees, right? Mm-hmm. Therefore, they're either not working or they're not getting paid. And they probably just went with, okay, who's open? Like, that's for me, like, who's open in the D.C. area where we could just go. But imagine being the manager at Wendy's. Thanks for calling Wendy's. How can I take, like, do you want to try, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, so I'm going to need, how many on the Clemson roster? Yeah, I'm going to need 60.
So just get 100 of everything.
All right.
So let me get 100 burgers. Make that 200 fries.
We get 100 Baconators.
You think we should get some Frosties with that? Yeah, okay. Throw in let's say 70 Frosties in there.
Oh my God, dude.
The thing that makes me like most upset about this story, not even upset or like if I was one of the Clemson players, is they ordered all these stuff and prepared it all hours before the players got there.
Right.
Bro.
Really, that was my only issue.
Fast
if you want to do something unique like that, do it.
Fast food has
cold.
Fast food has a 10 to 15 minute like eating period.
Yes.
That's why like I don't like ordering fast food.
Fries got to be
if I'm not eating it. Like I hate to-goes unless I'm about to eat it right there. Like getting it, and if it's not within 10, 15 minutes to my destination, it's like, nah, we just gonna sit here and eat this because
and forget the fries too.
Yeah. That goes with everything, burger.
I never
you
met
can't
a place
reheat a burger
because
you got pickles and all this other stuff, and like it's just not the same. And so, you're giving me this fast food that's been sitting here for hours,
for 2-3 hours, at best.
And the disrespect to put it on some silver platter to make it seem like some fancy boy.
Because people are trying to make this out to be so many things that is not. In like the laziness aspect or the way that
the biggest
all
thing,
that stuff.
Biggest thing was like
it was
the government shut down, and so none of the kitchen people were there. Like, so he had to improvise.
Yeah,
but my thing is like, bro,
that's some cold. Fast
you couldn't have catered something. I don't know.
You knew they
Olive
were coming.
Garden. Some Macaroni Grill. Macaroni Grill could use some business right now.
They won the game 2 weeks ago.
Like,
a week and a half.
Yeah.
Or what, a week and a day?
Bro,
you could have called anybody.
I'm sure there's many catering companies
my man said,
within the vicinity.
My man said this is probably their favorite food. I'm like, you could have. I don't know, bro. There's so many like little things. I'm like, and again, it's not like an anti-Trump thing. It's literally like, well, if you wanted to get their favorite food, then all you had to do was call and ask. Like, ask them, hey, what y'all think? What y'all guys think would be dope to eat at the White House? That's all.
And the other thing is, football player or not, it's like, they're athletes on like the second highest level, right behind the NFL.
Right.
And you see how they look. They got to where they are in a certain way. Some dudes can't. Some dudes, I'm sure, burgers and crap like that are their favorite food.
Sure.
But it's like all these dudes have dietary strict dietary restrictions they got to meet and stuff like that. And I understand like it's off season now and all, but it's just one of those like.
But you can almost guarantee there is a handful, probably more than a handful that either saw Twitter before they showed up, or got there and were like, "What the hell is this,
man?
What is it? What is this?" Like,
we flew 3-4 hours here. I made my mom buy me this $200 shoes, this nice suit.
Bro, South Carolina, they
just
got
to
on a
eat something
bus.
I could have gotten back home.
Cause you imagine, bro, South Carolina, there. I wonder.
Oh yeah, they
probably,
took a bus. They
I
ain't
was
take
gonna
no
say
jet.
they might have flown, but they take a bus, bro.
Oh,
we hit
my
Wendy's.
gosh.
I got hot Wendy's on the way here.
Yeah.
Like, we stopped.
We
at
stopped 3 times.
Yeah.
We stopped 3 times. We stopped at Wendy's, McDonald's, and Chick-fil-A. You
know,
couldn't even get us Chick-fil-A.
And
You're going to talk about, like, high-class
and it was hot.
American, like, fast food. At least get them Chick-fil-A, man.
And it was warm.
Yes.
When they got it.
Like, Chick-fil-A knows how to, like, caters and does that stuff where they got the little warmers and stuff. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's don't do none of that. You could have at least gotten them Chick-fil-A. Look, I've worked with student ministries, and I've worked in a lot of events where you need a bunch of food, and you got to keep them warm for hours.
Right.
Chick-fil-A is the way to go if you're going to go that cheap route.
Wow.
God, man.
Shout out to Clemson though, and man, that was a one-sided game, and I never thought I would say that about a team like an opponent of Alabama doing that kind of stuff to them. Like that was interesting to watch. It was interesting to watch Alabama get smacked like that. It was different.
Yeah.
It was different. But shout out to Clemson, man. Y'all earned y'all's fast food. Props to y'all.
You whooped Alabama just so a week and a half later you can go to the White House to eat some cold fries.
I bet you some of those other dudes that like
what
refuse to go to the White House are probably like, hey, look, well, listen, we didn't miss out on anything.
Shoot. I would have been rolling.
Look, guys, we didn't miss
Hey,
out on
Trey,
anything.
you see what they served them? Bro, they served them what we had for lunch.
I know.
Oh,
my
I would have been
gosh. I
rolling.
could have driven down the street in a
And
suit
I would
tie,
have ripped
goddamn.
on every one player like that went, and I'd just been like, how them fries, boy? How them White House fries? They
The
good, aren't
White
they?
House fries.
Aren't they good?
Jeez,
good.
you
They
got a
delicious.
large?
Oh, he
You
got
got-
money.
That was one of the first things I thought of with that platter of like 30 burgers.
Ooh.
Well, you got money
Ooh, he got your quarter pounders. Ooh, he got money
with cheese.
That's, I guess. Hey, man.
Oh,
So my thing is, how's that not a violation of NCAA rules? So,
no,
like, because I seen NCAA bust people for like somebody buying a bag of chips or something.
yes.
Is that essentially not a violation? I know
Yes.
I'm not trying to be ridiculous about it, so, but
Yeah,
like
I
this
don't
is
know.
this is just how dumb the NCAA is. It's like,
It was too soon after the championship game, so they were high.
yeah,
NCAA is high on how much money it made off of the championship game, so they ain't worried about what happens the first like 30 days after that game. Now, after 30 days, yeah, somebody you talk about a bag of chips, somebody could buy them a bag or give them a free bag of chips at like the 7-Eleven, and somebody's gonna be ineligible for a game next year. But man, that kid Trevor Lawrence for Clemson, the freaking quarterback, he's gonna be nice. Man, I heard another Patriots fan say, I need us to have Brandon Hoyer for the next 2 years and just go 0-32 for the next 2 years. So when Tom Brady's done, we can draft that dude. But
Tugalugulu. Oh no,
the Clemson's guy, he literally just turned 19 like last month. That junk is crazy.
Look, I watched that game. That Clemson kid, he good, but he ain't all that. And part of
Right.
my problem is, boy, Alabama's defense, I ain't never seen them look that bad.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Their defense was just all, like, there was literally one play where the defender, like, you know how you get 5 yards to, like, press the receiver, and then, like,
Off
you got
the rip, they were holding. Like,
so there was
it
that one play
nuts.
where dude, like, the DB, the Alabama DB, or cornerback, like, pressed the player, and then as he went to make a move, he like pulled a calf or something, and he just fell to the ground.
Yeah.
And so this receiver was wide open, like, easiest pass I could have made it, tossed it, and it was like, and everyone's gassed. Oh my God, what a great pass! It's like,
He's open.
bro,
He's
he's
open.
wide open. And
Their
he had-
big thing is he's stupid young, and
Yeah.
with both of them, really. And that's
Yeah.
the thing. I think people would have been talking about Tua a little bit more because he did struggle.
Tua is the real deal. Like,
if the game was closer, I think that's the reason why everybody's like Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
But the dude just turned 19. Like, a month or something ago. Like something
No,
ridiculous.
He's a true freshman,
they're gonna
which
be
is like insane. And I'm not trying to take any credit away from him, but I think it's just one of those prisoners of a moment thing where
no, I definitely
you see,
believe that.
like the person I'm more excited of is Clemson's wide receiver, that
all of
Ross, the freshman.
Justin Ross.
He's the real, like, he should have been the MVP of the game and everything.
T. Higgins, like
Because
a bunch of freshmen and sophomores.
Dude had one of the,
Alabama.
like that one-handed catch he had was
Oh my gosh.
absurd.
Yes.
It was ridiculous. And
Like,
he
he
was
palmed
just
it.
torching. He single-handedly tortured their defense. Like, because I got to pull up his stats or whatever, but he must have had at least 200 yards receiving and stuff like that. And that was the first time I hadn't watched really. I slowly hate college football more and more every year, especially with just how ass USC has been recently. Like, it's slowly more and more I don't watch. Like, I don't think I've watched more than 10 games.
Well, the
this
Pac-12 is abysmal.
Yeah.
Like, we can't even watch Oregon anymore.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
So
Oregon's
and USC.
Oregon's not back to where it is.
Struggling.
USC is.
I thought
USC had.
thought USC had a coach.
No, I knew he wasn't the guy. Don't get me started on. We'll get to Cliff, but no, I knew like when they promoted Clay Helton, like Clay Helton.
Yeah.
Clay Helton is someone that needs to be the coach at like BYU or something, somewhere where it's wholesome and like just Jesus loves you. I don't know what I'm like. Just he needs to be
Not LA.
Not LA. Yeah, LA needs someone flashy, someone that's like. Just someone that's gonna say stuff, someone that's energetic. That's why Pete Carroll was so great, because Pete Carroll was that during his time there. And even like Lane Kiffin, love Lane Kiffin because of that. But like they had Clay Helton, they had Steve Sarkisian.
Right.
God, that was a terrible mistake. Good Lord, it just ever
Sark,
since
man.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm mad. Sark gonna be
Sark's just ruined every spot. He went from USC. He went to Bama. Bama lost that championship. Then he went to Atlanta.
And
Atlanta lost
2 years of Julio Jones.
Yep.
2 years.
Yep. Atlanta lost there. Oh my God, it was horrendous. It was just horrible.
He's back in Bama now.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. He just got the job, offensive coordinator.
God.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. He literally just got it.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, they announced it a few days ago, and I
Bama,
was like, man. And he
Bama,
probably making more money at Alabama than he was in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. I bet.
Oh.
He gonna take that fat L again because of. Oh my God.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is Clemson? That whole team was like sophomores and freshmen.
Yeah, that was the crazy thing with their team.
They're losing a bunch of defensive linemen, but like
they're
offense,
losing a lot of people on defense,
sheesh.
but their offense is gonna be JOK. And
shoot, if ETN, the running back, ETN decides he just wants to stay, they're returning almost the whole offense.
But like the
That's
other thing
bananas.
right now is like college football is kind of find themselves in a problem because like I think dominance in college football is not as great as dominance in like NFL, because NFL, like the Patriots have been dominating the past 10 years or whatever, but their domination is like one where everyone roots for them to lose, and it's not like it doesn't like it'll happen. Like they'll end up in the AFC conference. They've been to the AFC conference conference championships the past 8 years. Yeah, and I think after that, I think the past 8 out of 9 years or something like that. The only one they missed it was that year where Mark Sanchez
right,
balled out or whatever. Yeah. But like NFL is different because there's just so many different factors and stuff, and like
the talent, the talent level is so freaking high.
The talent level is so high across the board, and I think there's not an overflux of games where like there's certain amount of teams, and I don't know. It's just NFL is different. Where like Patriots can dominate, but you're still gonna watch and stuff. Yeah. Where like college football, literally everyone knew it was coming down to Alabama and Clemson, and so everyone just wrote off most. And that's what I did because it was
Georgia for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and then it was like whatever.
Because if you watch, like I followed Alabama throughout the season because that's the team they talked about the most, but it was just like. Well, yeah, Tua threw for 4 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, 400 yards, whatever. Yep. Didn't get touched once or something dumb like that and stuff. It was just like, and the other thing with college football is okay, if your whole schedule, they play what? Typically 12 games? I don't know.
Yeah. 13,
something around
12,
there,
13.
12, 13. And maybe 4 or 5 of those games are against like teams
Legit.
that are close to your competition.
Legit. Yeah.
The other 7, 8 games are just mediocre to garbage teams.
Right.
Like you got at least
It's
3
a big drop off.
Yeah, you got at least 3, 4 teams that like you got no business playing them and stuff.
Well, this is what, and you made up a great point as far as like, you know, the factors going into the NFL and the unpredictability, and as far as the NCAA goes, we kind of knew, we had a pretty good idea. And again, Georgia kind of slipped in there. Michigan was in there for like a week.
Yeah.
Early on, it was like nope. Georgia
Yeah.
slipped there, and at the end, and it was like nope. And then again, they proved themselves in the bowl season. But for the most part, Clemson, Alabama again. The not the craziest, but the most interesting story that speaks to that I'd heard of was the story about Justin Ross's recruitment. The dude that recruited him, and I can't remember if it was
he's
Dabo.
from Alabama.
Well, that was what was interesting.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was Dabo or the offensive coordinator or whatever. When they were recruiting him, they told him straight up, we're probably going to see Alabama, and we think you can be a difference maker. Like, imagine being able to recruit before you ever play a game. Like, you're already game planning for the national championship.
Yeah.
You can't do that in the NFL. That's
Yeah.
why even though you, as a competitor, you might look 2 weeks, like if a rivalry game is 2 weeks from now,
Yeah.
what do they always say? We're going to focus on the team that's right in front of
Yeah.
us. You
Everyone's
can't
like-
afford
yeah,
to
they tried it-
because you'll lose. You can lose to anybody in the NFL.
Yeah,
You
no
can
NFL
literally lose to
coach is
anybody.
dumb enough to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna be in. It's like, no, we're just focusing on next week. We're taking it one week ahead
like
of
best
time.
case scenario, you're going to get a GM, you're going to get a coach that makes a free agency signing or a draft selection that's like this is going to help us beat the guys in our division twice a year. But for the most part, you're never like you can't in the NFL. You cannot afford to look 2 weeks down the road because the team in front of you, it don't matter how trash they are. There's a solid. It's like the Niners. They went 4-12 this year.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, anybody that came and played the Niners were like, yeah, this team will game plan us into the ground.
Each game was not like a blowout game. They were losing by like less, like single digit.
I think
points.
5 of their losses were under, like 5 points or under.
Yeah.
So like these trash teams, like these buns record teams.
And football's
beat
one of,
you.
and football's one of those like you get one kick to go your way, or you get like one like penalty to go your way, or whatever, and it turns everything. And so yeah, it's just like I think this path that is continuing for college football is not good for them long term. And also, a lot of people have been saying like expand the college playoffs, which like football is way different from basketball because you can play basketball today, take 2 days of rest, and play later. Even a 1 day of rest and play later. Football, like
most
a week is
NBA
a week
guys,
is barely enough rest for those players and stuff like that because it's just like you're literally hitting bodies and stuff like that. And so for them to go to a 8-game playoff would just be hard to do.
Yeah.
And I guess you can give like the first seeds or whatever buys and stuff like that, but still you're at least adding one more extra game in there, which is like one more too many games. And so I don't know if you drop a game from the seat. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the Players Association's been trying to take games out of the preseason of it. Like, they've essentially got 4 plus 16. Yeah. Non-playoff teams are playing 20 games a year.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
even the NFL,
if you're lower down in the depth chart, you're literally playing 20 games a year, 20 games a year.
And you're playing that just for
for
career.
college kids and add another week or two.
Yeah.
It's rough. But if you're like me, like I legit don't watch until bowl season.
Exactly. And now that's especially being a USC fan, like most of our games come on at like 10:30.
Right.
And so for me, just knowing how the condition and stuff, like how they I'll start watching it, and part of me it just frustrates me because I'm like, all right, y'all are better than this, but y'all are playing like garbage. So it's just like it's not even worth watching and stuff. But yeah, that's the other thing where most of these games, like you'll get those 4 or 5 games that like are great games throughout the seasons, and that's when you get like the Ohio States versus Michigans, the Alabamas versus what's the New Orleans team?
Oh, LSU?
LSU, yeah, versus them. So you get some of those games that are like great matches, but other than that, yeah, no one's really watching till the end. And even now, like last year's bowl game was or last year's championship was one of the best I ever seen between Georgia and Alabama. But this year's was really over at halftime.
Yeah, it was
and the
over
thing
pretty
that
quick.
people kept watching it for was because it's Alabama, so everyone's like, oh, they're gonna make a run. They're gonna make a run. They're gonna make.
No.
And I was watching it the whole time. I was like,
that fake
halftime-
field goal. That's when I knew there was a good chance it was over.
Yeah,
That fake
halftime-
field goal, I was like, oh,
halftime. I was watching. I
God.
was like, oh, they're gonna make a run. They're gonna make a run.
Mhm. Even
Third
the
quarter
commentators
starts. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's not. Yeah, third quarter. No.
They're down by
Fourth
24,
quarter.
and the commentators were
Yeah.
like, "We got
And
some
literally,
adjustments to
people
make."
kept thinking they were gonna make a
Right.
run until like, I think top of the fourth quarter, where like they turned it over or something like that. And it was like, okay, all right, this might be over at this point. And I think because they're Alabama, that's the only reason it kept people's attention for so long. But like, you take that out of effect, it was really a boring game because
Yeah,
like Alabama couldn't do anything on them. And
Yeah.
so
it meant so much, and not to say that that Clemson needed it more than Alabama. You could make that argument because Alabama is they won 6 out of the last 10.
yeah,
Something stupid. But we got to get Dabo Swinney on the pod, bro, because the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in a championship game is drawing up QB draws up 30 with your 19-year-old true freshman quarterback at the end of the game. Like, literally, dude was like, hey, bro, just run up the gut.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, against Alabama's defensive line. But no, like, I don't watch. Like, you talk about interesting. That was one of the more, and again, outside of watching some of those freshmen really ball out and sophomores ball out for Clemson, man, it's tough.
yeah,
It is tough.
yeah.
Because the
But-
most of my interest from college football comes from, who's my team going to draft next year,
Yeah.
for the NFL. So
Yeah.
it's whatever.
But enough of college. NFL, dog. Like, I'm a Patriots fan,
Right.
and like going into last week, I, like many people, thought like, okay, we're about to lose to Chargers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But good Lord, the Chargers charge. Like, they pulled up a class. And part of the reason was just, like, I didn't watch the game till, like, the fourth quarter because I was driving back from Asheville. But goodness, like, Patriots, I think it was the first 4 drives. Patriots scored a touchdown on each drive and stuff.
Mhm.
So I was kind of keep following up with it as I was driving. But it was, like, it's just crazy to me. Like, Patriots live for those games. Where it's games where it's like, okay, like, they're a great team and stuff like that, but, like, this is the one they're going to lose. And, like, everyone's just, like, picking the Chargers. And that's what happened. And even I was
Chargers
the
were
same.
hot. Phil's
Yeah.
been playing great.
Yeah,
Like,
and you just, but, like,
Melvin Gordon was playing.
they just came in there. And especially at home, like, they're undefeated this season at home,
Mhm.
which is crazy. They've lost 5 times. All it's been on the road. But, yeah, I mean, they shut down the Chargers, and
The bones were
Rivers-
freezing. That's what it
Philip
was.
Rivers is one of the funniest person to watch, especially if he's losing, because he's the worst at hiding his emotion. Like, he gives no
when he
Fs
gets
when
mad, it's
when it's
so funny.
like, I was watching it. It was in the fourth quarter, literally like 4 minutes left or something, and he thought like there should have been a flag thrown because one of his receivers was held or something like that. Good Lord, he yelled for the whole like the play clock time,
yeah.
just at the referee. Looked at the ref. He would like. He didn't even go into a huddle or whatever. Everyone got to the line. The whole time, he just yelled at the referee. And then when the 5 seconds went, he kind of just yelled something and hiked the ball. So literally,
I gotta look that up.
literally spent the whole play clock just cursing out any referee he could see. It's like, do your job. You like, and just
Dishonor
going
on
off.
you.
Yeah, drop
Dishonor
it.
on your family.
Dropping every explicit like word in like he got.
That's wild.
Tossing them.
That's wild.
And
I've seen some pretty funny
Snaps it, but
Phil
he-
Rivers blow up videos, man.
and the other thing that's funny with him and Eli are the best at this. When they go to a sideline, just like they like zoom in on his face, and there's always a gold face, and so they'll do this several times when like the Patriots offense is on the field, and they'll just they'll zoom in on his face on the sideline, and he's just got this look of complete disgust.
Mhm.
Or this like look of he just wants to run on the field and smack the crap out of Tom Brady and just like this dude is 0-8 against Tom Brady. That
Yeah.
is absurd. One of the funniest things I saw, and I tweeted it two of my friends that are Charger fans, but I've seen after that game, it was like Phillip Rivers. Each of Phillip Rivers' kids represents how many times he's lost to Tom Brady. Because dude has 8 kids.
Oh, my God.
And so they took a family photo of Phillip Rivers, and it was just like each kid represents an L.
That ninth kid got to be named Tom, bro.
Oh, my God. That ninth, yeah, just
got to
Tom Brady.
Or
Tom
Pat.
Brady.
Just Pat.
Tom Brady Rivers. Tom Brady
Pat.
Rivers. Yeah.
Oh
We got to
my
be
gosh.
something. Name him something.
So next up for y'all is the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The past versus the future.
Yeah. And so
Oh, boy.
we played them earlier this season, but that was at home. And I mean, the one thing I like going for us is that it's outdoors for one, and the weather's like either 10 degrees or like supposed to be below, so it's supposed to be cold as frick.
That
And
killed
like
the Chargers.
Patriots
Shoot,
live.
that's colder than Chargers game was like, what, 20?
Yeah.
That's worse.
Yeah, they were expecting
Sheesh.
snow for the Chargers game, but it never snowed. But it did snow in the Kansas City game last week, I think, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh,
it did.
yeah, it did.
Yeah. So it might snow in this game also. Tom Brady is great in the snow. And so I feel like weather-wise, that's not going to affect us anything.
Yeah.
This is just another game where it's like it's a complete toss-up. It can easily be a blowout because, like, if the Chiefs get going and, like, we just I think it would be more it's more of them blowing us out than us blowing them out.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be another close game because like our defense has been playing pretty well. Their defense played well last week, but overall their defense hasn't been amazing. And then their offense is good, but their offense hasn't been the same ever since they lost Kareem Hunt. And one of the biggest ways like to kill the Patriots is through the run game.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing they have going for them is Patrick Mahomes is a pretty mobile QB, and like we just struggle with mobile QBs. Like that's why I hate playing Cam Newton because it's just like dude runs all over us every time.
Yeah, he breaks
And
tackles.
So,
He's big, strong. Yeah.
Yeah. So Patty Mahomes is good on his feet, so that can help him out. But that should be a good game. It's gonna be it's gonna be a rough one to watch.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing it, man. Like, there's just so many little bitty storylines going into it, especially with the fact that y'all played earlier this year.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. You know, part 2. Man, the best thing we got going for us is the number 2 overall pick. So there's not much to talk about on that end. I do still think that the 49ers are very much pointed in the right direction. Again, I watch more than the average person, especially with it being West Coast ball. They straight up fired their all their strength and conditioning people because of injuries the past 2 years. So we'll see what happens, man. We got prayers going up that some fool is going to draft Kyler Murray number 1 overall. Or Dwayne Haskins. That's what we're hoping for because Nick Bosa deserves to be in red and gold. Other than that, nothing going on with Kyle Shanahan and the crew. Hopefully, we'll be this time next year, we'll be talking 49ers playoffs. But, boy, we are still trying to dig ourselves out of the mud.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you see the Adam Gase press conference?
I've seen multiple versions of it. You seen the taco one?
Yeah, I seen the taco one. All I'm gonna just say is that dude was tweaking.
I've never seen anything like
bro. That dude was tweaking.
I've never seen
terrified
anything
me.
like it.
Like if I was there in the press conference room, sitting there and like getting ready to ask him questions, I would have forgot everything I was gonna ask him, and I would have just gotten up and left because I was like, oh, this dude's gonna find me and kill me.
I wouldn't have so much forgotten because you watch it. I didn't watch it live, but I watched the recording of it. And I'm watching this, and I would not have been able to form my first question because the only question that seemed right at the time was, "Are you okay?" Like that was like, "Are you straight?" Because that's all I was thinking watching him like look around the room. Like it's funny because the dude made the taco video, but he legit looked like something invisible that only he could see was flying around the room.
Yeah, it was like
it was
legit,
unlike anything I'd ever
like
seen.
It was like a fly or something distracting him, and it was.
Yeah.
They got to do another press conference or something.
Somebody got to ask him. I'm surprised nobody's asked him yet.
Yeah, they got to do a press release or something like, hey, he had bad fish, or
Walk us through
he thought he was taking ibuprofen. It turned out to be Molly. I don't know, something.
Oh my gosh.
Something. I need some explanation because I'm not looking to do the same ever since.
No.
And I mean, he's been a coach before. He was at Miami the past 3-4 years, whatever.
I can't wait.
Like,
I can't wait. I can see the future. You know where the future
and
is?
the difference is, like, New York, people are savages.
Yes. These
And
are the
so,
Jets.
like, Miami, nobody cares about the Dolphins. And, like, nobody cares about the Jets or whatever, but it's New York media.
It's New York
so it's going to
media.
be more attention, and they're more
Yes.
cruel and, like, more foul.
I'm looking forward to it, bro. I can see
And-
the future. They're going to get bopped in a game on national television. In the camera, like you said.
Oh, it's gonna be the L.
It's
His
gonna-
eyes
yeah.
is gonna be following
Yeah.
that L.
Can you see
I can
the
already
future?
see. Yep.
I can't wait.
Yep.
Can't
Oh
wait.
my gosh. Yeah. So
oh
bad.
my god. Dude.
I hate James Harden.
You seen it, right?
Yes.
The free throw numbers? Did you see the free
Oh,
throw
I
numbers?
didn't even see the
Oh,
free
we'll
throw
get to
numbers.
that. We'll get to what you got first. We'll get to the free throw
No, I
numbers.
just hate him. He's been on this, like, he just beat Kobe's record of, like, consecutive 30-point games or whatever, which,
Oh yeah,
like,
let me tell you something about that.
I'm not even mad about that because it's like anyone could have done that, and like I'm surprised it took this long to happen, with just how crazy like scoring is or whatever. But good lord, like I've yet to meet someone that's like, yeah, I enjoy watching James Harden play. I've yet to
Bro,
meet someone
Houston
that
people don't even like watching
No,
James Harden play.
I-
Unless he's doing a step back three, Houston people legit are like, hey,
I saw one
get
of the
dub.
most gross plays ever. Like they showed a highlight of him from a few days ago, and it was like, I think it was when they were playing the Cavs, and he was Caspi was guarding him, and he was just kind of cooking him or whatever. And then he finished it off with his signature step back three. But literally, you watch it. Harden comes down. It's 1-on-1, him and Caspi, and you see Austin Rivers at the corner, standing like this with his arms up, ready. Someone like on the corner, or Austin Rivers at the corner, and someone's in between him and whoever's at the top of the key,
yeah.
and then one other person to the left corner, and they're all just standing there, and I think one person was in the paint. They're all standing there, and everyone's just watching him, like dribble. He dribbles for like 10 seconds, then throws up the shot.
Yeah.
Makes it, goes crazy. And I'm just like,
Right.
this is horrible basketball. There's no ball movement. And I understand, like, okay, he can score like that and stuff like that. And people are like,
It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Clint, apparently with him, he's going to be out 46 weeks.
yeah, I saw he got hurt.
And I was looking at their roster. I'm like, who's their other center? Oh, it's Nene. Y'all in trouble because y'all
Yeah,
y'all
Nene
gonna have to watch this for the next 2 months.
old.
Yeah, it is a struggle to watch. The thing that got me in 10 games, because they were showing his 17-game stretch, and I think the least amount of points he scored in that 17-game stretch was 29. What got me, because I heard about the free throws before the Kobe thing.
Yeah.
And it made me even more mad that he broke that record, not because I'm a Kobe stan, but because in 10 games, he had no less than 142 free throw attempts. 140, that is 14.2 free throw attempts per game. In one of those games,
Yeah, I just did that math.
matter of fact,
I had
multiple.
It was just,
Multiple games, he got more than 15 points from the free throw line. More. 15 or more from the free throw line.
it's so stupid. And
Which,
it's so dumb.
If we're going to now, and I love when people move the goalposts, because in one generation or in one section of basketball, it's cheap, it's gimmicky, and yada yada yada. But when and I get it because fans are like this. But when your guy does it, it's savvy.
yeah.
And it's high basketball IQ.
But there's
and
the
yada,
only people
yada.
the only people that cheer like when you get a foul call or whatever is like people in the arena and whatever. But if like you're a true basketball fan and you watch Harden play, there's no part of it you're like
Zero.
Oh, this dude's
Not even an ounce.
No, because it's just like you're that person everyone hates. Like
God forbid you live
even-
on the East Coast and you're watching a Houston game.
yeah,
Those games are 3.5 hours long.
yeah.
Like, Come
Yeah,
on
because
now, buddy.
every time they're on offense, there's a foul call.
142 attempts from the free throw line.
Well, the other stat I had seen where it was just like they were showing how many free throws he would take, and then like the next person in line was like 10. Like it was a ridiculous. There was like a ridiculous gap between how much attempts he would get and how many attempts the next person would get.
Remember 3 years ago when he got a scoring title?
Yeah.
He was averaging 13.3 from attempts from the line.
It's so dumb.
Because you and I had that conversation. It was like, he got a scoring title with almost half his points coming from the free throw line. Like,
and the thing that makes me mad about it the most is just like, okay, he does this all in the regular season, but the most tall-telling thing about it is the referees tighten up on the like. They don't tighten up, but they loosen. I guess loosen up is the word on like the foul calling and stuff, and they kind of let him play a little more. And so when it comes to playoffs time, he's not getting as many. Like he still gets a bunch of calls, but he's not getting as many BS calls, and especially not at crunch time.
Pissed. Yes,
and the thing, if you watch him in the playoffs, because he's played the Warriors the past 2 times or whatever, and when you watch him, because he knows he's gonna get those calls regular season, so he plays that game into the playoffs, and like when it comes in the playoffs, the refs are like, nah, you're not gonna get that. Like that's like we give you those in the regular season or whatever, but here like we're not calling it as tight. We're letting you guys play a little. Like the playoffs, they want it to be a little more physical, a little more like make you work hard for it.
Yeah.
This is like. You're playing to live another day.
Yeah, it makes total sense. And that's what's so interesting about watching a 7-game series between Golden State and Houston, because I hope Houston fans have come to terms with the fact that the only reason that series was close, I don't want to hear anything about Chris Paul being hurt. Chris Paul, okay. Andre Iguodala was hurt for the same amount of time, all right? The only reason that series was close, and we watched it, was because Kevin Durant wanted to play hero ball for 3 games. No ball movement, taking dumb shots. That's the only reason that series was close. Because you watch James Harden in the playoffs, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shoot, I can't get a foul call every time I go to the basket. I can't get and he doesn't drive, and you're like, if you were driving, y'all'd be smacking us right now.
Yeah,
like,
and especially this doesn't help the rest of your team. Where it was, they showed something today where it was like he scored 57, the rest of his team scored 55 or 53 or something like that, and then they're like,
not gonna help you.
And it's like, okay, that's cool. He's really scoring all this point. But it's like, all right, you're relying heavily on this dude. And then when it comes to the playoffs, it's like, oh, all these guys got to step up and, like, hit shots and stuff. It's like, bro, all these guys are used to watching you just throw up this shot. There was the game before this one, he dropped 30-something points or whatever.
Yeah.
But he went 1 for 17 from 3.
No. I think that was last night.
Yeah. 1 for 17 from 3, which... I don't know, like, how many...
17 attempts from the three-point line? Can we talk?
Yeah, 17 attempts.
Can we talk about that?
Hit only 1. Still scored 30-something points, which at least 10 of those we figured out are from free throws. Yeah. And so, that, like, you just start doing the math and stuff. It's just like, dude, you're the worst. You suck. You suck. Like, get out of here. Leave. It's so bad. And, like, the only time I watch Houston games is like when they're playing the Warriors or when they're playing the Lakers, and it's so frustrating. And the thing is, like, everyone in the league is like just done with it, especially the Lakers are so done, because we played that one game where he dropped 50 or whatever, and they called so many BS fouls and everything. Yep. And it was at the point, I think there was a couple guys that almost got text or did get text because they were just at the point where it's like, all right, I'm going to just fight you at this point because this is stupid. It's like, this is stupid. And it's like the NBA has to do something about it.
Well, the playoffs, and this is what I don't agree with. And I totally understand, look, it's 82 games. I get it. But the fouls aren't the only place where we see this. You look at the step back. The step back is not one of those things that's an optical illusion. And I'm not talking about Luka Doncic's step back, because Luka Doncic's step back is nasty and it's not a travel. Yeah. We're talking about the double hop step joint. Like, to me, one of the things that I hate the most about 82 game officiating is the unnecessary loose calling of stuff. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you get to the playoffs, and again, it hurts Houston because of their play style, but it hurts other teams because it's like, wait, literally for 6 months, you've been
Yeah,
calling it
especially-
this way.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now you want to call this, like, I understand
Yeah.
it's playoffs, the atmosphere is different, but like, give
Before-
us something.
Yeah, like this past 6 months it was bad defense. Now it's good defense. It's like, all right, dude, like what the frick?
Yeah, and then and you and I have complained about this so much. Then commentators will buy into it because they're company men. They'll just go right along. They'll just go right along
Bro,
with what refs are doing most
Mark
of the time.
Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy could go to hell.
You know who's starting to tick me off a little bit? Reggie is starting to tick me off a little bit, and Chris Webber is starting to tick me off. I'm just like, and they're fine. Like, they're former players. They know the game at a different level.
Mark Jackson is just still petty.
Yeah.
And so, like,
I'm trying to figure out why they still put him on so many Warriors games.
he's just. And then Jeff Van Gundy.
Oh, he a company man for real.
He's company man.
Oh,
he's just
man. And he's a
loud,
Rockets guy.
mad.
And he's a Rockets guy
Yeah,
because
loud,
he's the coach.
wrong.
He's the coach. Oh, yeah. 38 points. 11 of 32. He shot 1 of 17 from 3. He had 15 points from the free throw line. So there you go.
Stupid. That's
There you
so
go.
dumb. So he had 15. How many total points did he score? You said
38.
38.
Yeah, he went
15
15 of 16.
So he had 15 from free throw.
Mhm.
He hit 1 3, 18 points.
Yeah.
So the remaining 20 points he got actually from inside the paint or whatever. But that is ridiculous.
Any other star?
Almost half his points.
Any other star goes for 20 points on 1 of 17 shooting from 3. He's getting eviscerated.
Yeah.
Eviscerated.
And,
But he scored 38, so it's
and
okay.
the other thing, I was listening to Dan Le Batard show. Like, I listen to it every day. They had Stan Van Gundy on last week. They're kind of interviewing him. They asked him, it's like, do you think Mike D'Antoni likes watching James Harden play? He's like, oh, no, he absolutely hates it.
oh,
because-
boy.
Because and it is one of those things. It's like, oh no, he absolutely hates it. But it's like one of those, oh, this works, so I guess we're just gonna keep going with it. But it's just like
Right.
deep down, that's not the way he wants to coach him
No.
or whatever.
No.
And
Because
because
Mike D'Antoni likes to get up and down the court
yeah,
or with the ball. And again, we've talked about
ball
this.
movement and
It
all that.
touches James Harden.
Like
and
the only
whole
thing,
game
the only
freezes.
thing like Mike D'Antoni won't get on him about it is because of 3-point. Because like Houston went high into the analytics and it's like
Yeah.
3's worth more than 2. So, and that was one of the things we saw early on in the season when Carmelo was there. Carmelo literally was apologizing for deciding to shoot a 2-pointer instead of a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
And they all got on him. And so that's one of those things like Mike D'Antoni like pushes hard is for shoot more 3s than 2s, but like I know he doesn't love like watching that.
No.
And nobody does. Like
Anybody who likes to play up tempo basketball can't stand it.
no.
Can't stand it.
And it just goes to like once they get to the playoffs, one, he's not like in shape because he gets like the playoffs is way tougher, way more games in shorter periods. They're playing way more aggressive for him. Refs are letting way more go, and come the second, third series, he's always exhausted.
Yeah, and you can
And-
tell.
And like you get what happened last time against the Warriors, where they miss 27 threes in a row, the whole team,
Yeah.
which is to this day one of the most ridiculous things I've witnessed at a sporting event ever. Like, bro, between me, you, and 3 other people, I don't think we'd go missing 27 threes even if we tried to.
You know what's been,
That's
what I
just
discovered
crazy.
recently, what's become the new narrative behind that was how many of those were supposed to be foul calls. I'm like, we've been coming up with some creative stuff now.
Oh yeah. Just so
I'm like,
we
I don't-
reaching, huh?
I'm like, I hear you.
Reach.
I'm like, I hear you, bro, and I understand y'all were close, but I think the reason why people have gotten even more mad about it over time is because Houston has gotten progressively worse.
Yeah.
No Luke Mbah moves.
Yeah.
No Trevor
Oh no,
Ariza.
because their defense, their
Capella's
defense
terrible.
got
Carmelo
worse.
came in, wasted their time, and got cut. Like,
Yeah.
I get why they're so mad because they were that close. They were a couple minutes away, and they did nothing but get at. Like, they re-signed Chris Paul. Oh my God.
And the thing is, they play it like that right now with Chris Paul out. So once Chris Paul comes back, and it's like Chris Paul, he's like essentially been done because he just keeps the past couple seasons he keeps getting injured and stuff like that.
Right.
And so, all right, you rotate him back in. You can't really trust that he's gonna stay healthy through the playoffs.
No.
I mean, he couldn't do that last season for y'all. So what makes you think he could do? And he's gotten hurt at least a couple times already this season.
Right. Yeah.
And
yeah,
so it's just like you don't have any like solid framework to build off of. And yeah, no, I'm just excited to watch him crash and burn at the end of the season again. And I'm just sick of this dude. He's ruining basketball. He's the worst.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pivot real quick. I'm gonna spend 30 seconds on this because I think it's absolutely absurd, and it just so happens that I'm a fan of the team this guy plays on. And we'll move on. Somebody's gonna have to snap Steph Curry's feet off his legs to keep him from breaking the all-time threes record. So he's currently, I believe, third or fourth behind.
He's third behind.
Is it Reggie and Ray? The only two people that are above him right
Reggie
now?
Miller and Ray Allen.
Yeah. So what's crazy?
I think he's 100 behind or Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2. I don't know.
So what's nuts about this is when ESPN posted it with career games played.
It was
2 people
stupid.
below him and the 2 people above him all have at least
1,000 games.
Yeah.
He's at 660.
Yeah.
Or he was at 660 when he hit third spot.
He was at
That is
660.
Absolutely stupid.
And the next closest person is like 1,200 games played. That's all I got to say about it.
It's wild.
Yeah,
it is wild.
yeah.
And like the day after he had made like
11
broke into the top 3, he hit 11 threes.
Yeah.
11 out of 18, I think, or something like that.
Something dumb.
And dropped like 48. It was ridiculous. And I was just like
he's gonna
by next season, he could be number 1.
Yeah.
At the rate he's
he was at the beginning of the year he was on pace for like 600 threes, and then he got hurt. He was out for like 15 games.
And that's the thing. Yeah, he's missed what 20 games this season, and at least he missed at least 15, 20 last.
And he missed 20 last
year.
Yeah,
and he's missed also a bunch of games in his career. So you put all that into perspective, where it's like, oh, he could have this record.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Oh yeah,
it's wild. And like, God, that's. Hey.
And they count playoffs in that too.
Yeah.
So be wary. Be wary. Anyway.
Witness greatness.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I feel like the one good thing about LeBron being out right now is all of a sudden people are rediscovering Brandon Ingram's value. He's alive.
Man, the Lakers we can't keep anyone healthy. And it was like.
I know.
LeBron went out. Rondo re-broke his hand or broke his other hand. I don't know. He broke something. Then
I think it was like a groin strain or something like that.
Kyle Kuzma got hurt while those two were out.
That hurt. That hurt bad.
Someone else got hurt or whatever. And now like we've dropped most of our games recently.
Yeah.
And they're like now 9th spot in the playoffs and whatever. So it's just like and the worst part about this is just like I think this is ultimately going to lead to Luke Walton getting fired, which it's really not his fault. But at the same time, it's like it's really not his fault, but also like they just lost to Cavaliers who hadn't won a game since December 18th. And those are one of the losses that are like, okay, leads people
even
get
without
fired.
LeBron, you should win that game.
That's one of those where it's just like, okay, like I understand these guys are the ones playing and stuff, but this is a game where like even as they're like, you got to be the guy to be like, what the frick are we doing?
That was Cleveland's 8th win.
Yeah. So I think that one, and we played the Bulls today, who are also in not trying for Zion mode. So
I'm glad you brought that up.
So,
but yeah, them too.
Like if they lose to them tonight, also Luke Walton might be gone tomorrow. And so
I'll say this: if it happens, I hope it happens mid-season. I hope it does not happen.
I hope it doesn't happen while they don't have LeBron, because I think that'll be.
Yeah, give him a shot.
I think
give him a shot.
You brought LeBron in for a reason, and like he's obviously been the reason they've been playing well and stuff, and
right,
like him and Rondo are key to that team. And yeah, it's not even LeBron being out; is the fact that Rondo's out also. So you're already limited in players, and it just makes it tougher and all. So yeah, at least give him a chance. I would go at least till All-Star break, because LeBron should be back like next week, even maybe like later this week or something. He's already started shooting around and all that.
Yeah.
And I think with him, they're just trying to give him as much time because want to play it safe with him. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll make the. I don't know, man. I don't. As soon as he's back and they can just stay healthy the rest of the other thing I think will be interesting. I think they'll end up. I think this will force them to make a trade.
Yep.
By February, because that's when the trade deadline is, right?
Yeah, it's in the middle of February.
I think it's the All-Star break, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, because that's last year when Cleveland unloaded everyone.
It was right. Wasn't it right after the All-Star break?
And so we might get that again. Which, like, if they're gonna do it, you can't unload everyone.
Nope.
You could only do because we saw like what happened with Cleveland and like how you just literally can't.
I feel like if you
restructure a whole
unload
team.
Everybody, it's got to be Anthony Davis, or you just stand pat.
Yeah.
Bring in.
You're literally bringing in Davis.
Yeah, you bring in Davis, or don't ship somebody off you're not supposed to for who for what.
Yeah.
Like you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
that kind
not.
of stuff. So
Yeah.
Anthony Davis or bust. I feel like because Kawhi looks comfy. If we're being honest, Kawhi looks comfy in Toronto. Paul George is already signed. Like, you don't have a ton of options. Our worry has been from the get go was that somebody who was a part of the Lakers' young core was going to get shipped off prematurely because LeBron wanted to get to the finals.
Yeah,
and it's like you can't.
And this one really we can't blame on you can't put it full on LeBron just because. This one will result mainly from injury.
Yeah.
Just the injury, and then that period they had where, things just popped off and all.
Right.
But it's kind of all we had. A lot of sports talk and stuff. But I do have a Stop White People 2019 for y'all. It is 2019, and we are starting early. I'm just going to go ahead on the front end, and I'm not exactly sure if this woman is white, but I'm going to bet 99.9% that she is.
Ethnicity unconfirmed.
But I'm sure you've heard the story of the woman that got banned from Walmart for drinking wine from a Pringles can while riding a shopping cart. It's a lot. Let me read it again. She got banned from Walmart for drinking wine from a Pringles can while riding a shopping cart. She was riding on an electric shopping cart.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So not a.
Yeah. That's the thing.
I was imagining
because I read it myself and I was like, the hell? Was she running down and then just put? You know how you
like a scooter?
When you were a kid, you'd run down that junk and then jump on it.
I thought she was sledding. I thought she was.
No. I was like, that would have been impressive. So you doing that and you got a wine in your hand?
A little tipsy, a little wine tipsy too. That's crazy.
Out of a drunk driving?
So she had to either dump the Pringles out or eat the Pringles and then put wine in a Pringles can. That's wild. I thought we were
and like the thing I'm trying to figure out.
I'm
trying to figure out
the pizza flavor.
I'm trying
Pringles.
to figure out, did she walk into the store already with the Pringles can and the wine, or did she come to the store, got the Pringles can and the wine, ate the Pringles?
Funniest case scenario, she came armed with all the pieces already. Like, so she came from the store next door with the shopping cart.
The thing is, this says already. That it had been going on for several hours before, like, the cops got called. And so, hold on. All right. A woman in Wichita Falls, Texas, was the subject of a police visit to a local Walmart after employees say the lady was riding an electric shopping cart around the parking lot and drinking wine from a
on the parking lot.
Police responded to the Walmart. So she had started doing this at 6:30 a.m. Another important detail. What? Workers at the store told authorities that the woman had been riding the electric cart since 6:30 a.m. How, Sway? What?
On a strict diet of Pringles and wine.
So, man,
That's a good one. That's a good one to start off 2019. That is mind-boggling.
She
that
white.
is beyond me.
She white. I can confirm it. She white.
Yeah, no disrespect. There's got to be 1/16 at least.
If you can prove me wrong, go ahead.
1/8 at least.
She white. So
oh my gosh,
we starting Stop White People 2019 off strong.
Oh yeah, we're starting real strong.
Bro, don't go driving around Walmart parking lot drinking wine out of Pringles can. It doesn't end well.
Bro, stop yourself 2019.
Yeah.
Just oh my.
Is that technically drunk driving?
I don't know. I gotta look up look in the bylaws.
Cause like I know
in the parking lot.
I know
like,
with the bird
on the road.
I know with the bird scooters. I remember hearing a few months ago, some dude got a ticket or something because he was drunk riding electric scooters.
Oh shoot!
So I mean that's an electric cart. Yeah,
depends on them local laws.
Yeah, it might not go as fast as a scooter, but hey, that's
click it or ticket.
It's a motor.
Don't drive buzz.
Yeah.
Driving buzz is driving drunk.
Yes, sir.
$10,000. Could you imagine getting your license suspended from driving drunk on an electric shopping cart?
Man, that's the one you gotta lie every time. Why can't you drive? Oh, I got arthritis, and so I can't function.
I feel like people will be saying reckless stuff. I was in a hit and run.
Yeah,
I'd rather say that.
I would. Yep. I hit a baby. I'd say the most ridiculous thing. I ain't letting you know.
I got pulled over with 10 pounds of cocaine.
Yep. I had weed in the trunk. I'm sorry. Dude, I didn't know it was there, officer.
Crazy. I'm fighting it.
Oh, wow. That's crazy, dude. Yeah.
I'm fighting it.
Yeah.
I'm fighting it. I got
every lie.
I got court date.
Yeah.
I got court date tomorrow. I'm fighting it. Man.
Culture Discourse Podcast. We're going to head on out of here. Catch y'all next week. I got a slight teaser. We may or may not have a special guest. Working on that. It might be a famous child star.
Oh shoot!
But working that details out.
IMDb thumbs ready.
So catch y'all next week. Culture Discourse Podcast. Also follow us on Twitter at C Discourse Podcast or C Discourse Pod at the letter C Discourse Pod.
Absolutely.
You can follow me at Thundercat Felix. Why Thundercat Felix? You don't need to know. Just follow at Thundercat Felix.
None of your business. And you can hit me up at Chase Actually on Twitter and hit us up with thoughts, opinions, input. We want your voice to be as much of a part of the Culture Discourse Podcast as ours. Again, we may or may not have a guest appearance on the pod next week, so tune in for that. We're looking forward to it. It's gonna be really dope.
Yeah.
But y'all take it easy.
Catch y'all next week.